and Petroleum Industry Bill. Rising from the meeting, the forum agreed as follows. The forum reaffirmed their commitment to the unity of Nigeria on the pillars of equity, fairness, justice, progress, and peaceful coexistence between and amongst its people. The forum reiterates its commitment to the policies of equity, fairness, and unanimously agreed that the presidency of Nigeria be rotated between southern and northern Nigeria, and resolve that the next president of Nigeria should emerge from the south. Security. The forum reviewed the security situation in the country and commended the security operatives for their relentless efforts in restoring security and safety. We commiserate with families and loved ones who have fallen in the line of duty. The forum re-emphasized the need for state police. The forum resolved that if for any reason security institutions need to undertake an operation in any state, the state chief security officer must be duly informed. The forum frowns at selective criminal administration of justice and resolved that arrests should be made within the ambit of the law and fundamental human rights. The forum set a timeline of Wednesday, the 1st of September 2021 for the promulgation of the anti-grazing law in all its member states. Anti-open grazing law in all its member states, and F, resolve that funds deducted from the federation account for the Nigerian Police Security Trust Fund should be distributed among the states and federal government to combat security challenges. Petroleum Industry Bill. The forum commends the National Assembly for the progress made in the passage of the PID. The forum, however, rejects in very strong terms the proposed 3% for host community and supports 5% share of the oil revenue to the host communities as recommended by the House of Representatives. The forum also rejects the proposed 30% share of profits for the exploration of oil and gas in the basins. The forum rejects we will get in the frontier states. The forum rejects the ownership structure of the proposed Nigeria National Petroleum Corporation Limited and disagrees with the company that the company invested in the Federal Ministry of Finance. The forum proposed that the company should be held in trust by the Nigerian Sovereign Investment Authority, NSIA, since all tiers of government have stake in that vehicle. In order to consolidate our democracy and certain electoral process, the Southern Governors Forum rejects the removal of electronic transmission of election results from the Electoral Act and rejects the confirmation of exclusive jurisdiction in pre-election matters on the Federal High Court. Lastly, the forum unanimously chose Lagos State for its permanent secretariat and appreciates the governor of Lagos State for the wonderful way he has hosted this meeting, and we commend him for the good work he's doing in the state.
That was Governor Rotimi Akeredolu of Ondo State, Arakuni Akeredolu. There, he told us what the southern governors decided their own meeting. There are several issues there. The issues about open grazing ban is there. I will also read for you the response of the Northern Governors Forum on the issue of open grazing and the rotation. It also talked about the rotation of presidency, that it should come to the south. And there have been issues about the rotation. Is it supposed to be rotation or by merit? Oh, these gentleman agreement in the PDP structure is becoming a national dialogue. And so we need to look at it. The governors were also saying that the federal government, should put them in the notice whenever the kind of raid on Igboho's residence will take place again. They want to be part or no. Since you say that they are the chief security officer of their state, the southern governors also talked about the PIB, the Petroleum Industry Bill. And they started by saying we reaffirm our commitment to the unity of Nigeria on the pillars of equity, fairness, justice, progress, and peaceful coexistence between and amongst its people. The truth is, when you look at the fact that these southern governors are coming together now, does it speak to our unity? Is the nation already polarized beyond the way it was before now? The southern governors reject proposed 30% profit share for oil exploration in the frontier states. That's how it was couched in the bill. But they said it's the north. The governor of the states in the southern part of Nigeria said no to the allocation of at least 30% of the profit generated by the proposed Nigeria National Corporation Limited, Company Limited rather, for the exploration of oil in frontier basins. This is as identified by Section 9 of the recently passed Petroleum Industry Bill, which will regulate the oil sector, is signed by the President. It's set to identify the frontier basins as Chad Basin, Gongola Basin, Sokoto Basin, Dahomey Basin, Bida Basin, and Benue Trough. I got it. Maybe the Dahomey Basin will be the only one that looked like south here. The Bida, the Benue Trough, all of the rest, Chad Basin, Gongola Basin, Sokoto Basin, are all in the north. This agreement was disclosed by the governors via a communique they issued after their meeting on Monday in Lagos. And so you can see in the communique, they said, we commend the National Assembly for the progress made in the passage of the PIB. The forum rejects the proposed 3% and supports a 5% share of the oil revenue to the host community as recommended by the House of Representatives. So what do you say to this matter? What's your perspective on this issue? Do you think that we should be spending 30% of the profit from NNPC to prospect for more oil in an age where people are already talking about the clean gas, talking about alternative gas? Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Thank you for joining me right here on Splash. What's your name? Where are you calling me from?
Yeah, I'm calling you from, presently I'm at the Secretariat. I just noticed something and I need to make an open complaint so that help could come for people. Right in front of Odeon, former Odeon Cinema, there is this truck that went into a ditch. It's causing so much traffic there. And I know that a lot has been complaining about that same ditch. I expect that the policemen standing at the Okeado Junction should have looked for the DTO to come and take away that truck. That truck is going to fall anytime from now. It could cause more damage.
Give me the place again. You said former Odeon Cinema along Okeado,
yes, that is,
Okebola,
yes.
along Okeado, Okebola Road.
Between Okeado and Okebola.
Yes. So
yes, there is a former Odeon Cinema.
I know.
They are right in front of that old Odeon Cinema.
Yes.
It's where the truck is. There's a ditch there. I think the driver of the truck did not know that ditch is there. He ran into it and it got stuck there. And the truck is tilting now.
So I guess
that
truck
much traffic from that junction to Okado.
Okay, so that truck ran into a manhole and
yes, into a manhole. That's the word.
All right. So thank you. What's the name, please?
My name is Aribisala David.
Mr. Aribisala David, thank you for this great job you did this morning. I appreciate
You're welcome.
it. That's why radio exists.
God bless you.
That's why radio exists. Have a very good day too. Thank you very much, Mr. Aribisala. There, Mr. Aribisala is calling attention to what is happening along Okeado Okebola Road. He is calling attention to it and helps you come to Okeado Okebola Road now. Help should come to Okeado Okebola Road now. So I hope that those who have, the authority to deal with this issue should help deal with it immediately. So thank you very much, Mr. Adibisala. You can call me as we get along to discuss this matter on the program this morning. You can call me. Once you call, I'll be picking your call. And as I engage also with my guests, I told you that I'll be having a guest on the program this morning. And my guest will be talking about the Southern Governor's decision, the communique they issued on Monday, as it affects the people of the state, as it affects all of us here in Nigeria. So I'll be speaking with my guest in a moment. He's already in the studio. Let's see who is here before I bring my guest to the table. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Oluwaseun.
How are you, sir?
From Iworo.
Welcome, sir.
On the Southern Governors meeting, like I said earlier, is a wake-up call and is a step in the right direction. It is long overdue. And I want them to back it up again with Southwest Governors Forum, whereby they will be able to discuss regional issues, regional development. You and I were alive in 1979 when UPN, Unity Party of Nigeria, fashioned out the 4 cardinal programs: free education, free health, rural integration, employment for all. Anybody can remember that because it was a uniform development in the Yoruba state. Everybody saw it. The regions are with us, not until we have Oduduwa Nation. Oduduwa Nation is already with us. Let the Oduduwa governors put their heads together and fashion out development plan for us.
Okay.
Secondly,
yeah.
On the issue of Southern presidents, I am against it. May God give us a Nigerian president. In the word of President Buhari, which he did not live up to, he said, I belong to nobody, I am for everybody. It is high time we do away from Yoruba president, Hausa president, Igbo president. We need a president that will unite. If he's an Igbo man that has got the wherewithal, that has got the capacity, the credibility, the competence to move Nigeria forward, let us put him in the saddle.
All right.
All that we should bother ourselves with is a better country that we all can be proud of.
Okay.
Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you very much, Reverend Koyiladele. Okay, I have Obatunde Oladapo in the studio with me this morning. He's Executive Director at Plan Health Advocacy and Development Foundation. Mr. Adapo, welcome to the program.
Good morning, my brother.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm doing great.
Quick statements. These southern governors coming together, what's your perspective about it?
Well, there is nothing wrong with people coming together to discuss issues of mutual interests and things that affect them across board. What matters most is what comes out of that meeting. What is the objective of the meeting, and what prompted the meeting? So these are some of the things that will be discussed.
You have looked at the communique.
Yeah, there are some areas of a communique where I'm very, very disappointed.
Okay, but there are areas that you also will appreciate.
Well, the fact that they also affirmed their belief in the unity of this country.
That was the first statement they made.
Yes. In actual fact, I think it was even done in a somewhat tepid manner. They should have come out much strongly. These
were their words. They said, we affirm our commitment to the unity of Nigeria on the pillars of equity, fairness, justice, progress, and peaceful coexistence between and among those people.
I read that.
What's tepid about that?
What's tepid about that is that they did not come to roundly condemn those that wants to that are bringing up the issue of succession, especially from the violent point of view. Especially because if we're going to be discussing this, we have our representatives who are in the National Assembly and the state assemblies, okay, who are expected to be the ones that would sit on, because these things border around constitutional amendments and changes.
I thought this already told you that they do not want Nigeria divided.
I am not saying they said they wanted Nigeria divided.
You want them to condemn?
Yes, because that is not the route for doing it.
Okay.
Well, I'll simply tell you, people might continue to carry out protests and marches and all that for the next 10, 20 years. We'll just be making noise. You have to be strategic. I'm an activist, and activism has become scientific now. You need to be able to say specifically what is your objective. What are the means of achieving that objective? What are the available options?
And you think these agitators are not strategic?
They're not strategic. They are strategic in the wrong way, because they are not going to achieve what they say they want to achieve with the way they are doing it.
Okay. We'll be back in a moment. Stay with us. This is Splash 105.5.
ShopRite's Big Red Carnival is back, and this year we're big on low prices, big on savings, with great deals on products like 3 PET bottles of Fiberlife 780 or 850 ml fruit juices at 999 naira 99 kobo each, and buy 2 sachets of 450 gram Nestle Golden Morn cereal at 1,299 naira 99 kobo.
Plus, you could stand to win 50% off your grocery shopping. Simply buy 3 participating products to qualify with ShopRite's Big Red Carnival. T's and C's apply.
Prices valid till the 11th of July 2021. ShopRite. Lower prices you can trust always.
Different days, different roads. All not to hammer. Keep going and spice up your hustle.
Introducing the new Gala Spicy. It's big, meaty, tasty, with that special Ninja spicy flavor. Try it today. Available for 100 naira only. Gala Spicy. Spice up your hustle. My people, better don land. Make una come see ogbonge cable wey dem manufacture for we obodo Nigeria. Na Pure cables. Pure cables na correct electrical cable wey dey reliable, dependable, and the people wey dem make am call dey safety conscious. Pure cables get original copper and aluminium cable for different sizes dem wey you fit use for electrical wiring level for anywhere. Whether na your house, abi na your office, the price nko e no dey tear pocket at all. Nationwide distribution don start. For more information, call Call 0808 030 3257. 0808 030 3257. Piokem Cable and Wire Limited. They have Fritz Compound, 4 tickets, 122/132. Oshodi Papa Expressway, Iyano Solo Bus Stop, Lagos. Piokem Cables, Nigerian Electrical Contractors endorser, SON approver. Piokem Cables, na Yubico.
ShopRite's Big Red Carnival is back. And this year, we're big on low prices, big on savings. With great deals on products like 3 PET bottles of Fiberlife 780 or 850 ml fruit juices at 999 naira 99 kobo each. And buy 2 sachets of 450 gram Nestle Golden Morn cereal at 1,299 naira 99 kobo.
Plus, you could stand to win 50% off your grocery shopping. Simply buy 3 participating products to qualify with ShopRite's Big Red Carnival. T's and C's apply.
Prices valid till the 11th of July 2021. ShopRite. Lower prices you can trust always.
Mommy, my teacher said 90% of my brain will develop by the time I am 5.
Really? What else did she say?
She said I need iron in my food for my brain to grow well.
Oh, very true. And that's why I give you Cerelac Junior every day, which provides half of your daily iron needs.
And Cerelac Junior tastes so good.
Cerelac Junior with Iron Plus. It's all good, Mom.
Wait, Mike, is that a signed Messi jersey? How did you get that?
I exchanged my Smooth Crown Corks for it.
What?
Yup. You can trade your Crown Corks for Smooth King's gifts, such as jackets, shorts, or an autographed Messi jersey, and get to be smooth like me.
All right.
Be a smooth Niger King.
Did you know chronic stress from work or lifestyle habits may result in fatigue, headaches, and pains? Stress reduces the body's ability to fight diseases, leaving you vulnerable. Your day will be much better knowing you have the right immune support to help you combat symptoms of stress. Immune Active is a premium blend of high-strength vitamin C, zinc, and selenium that helps prevent recurring diseases, improves skin radiance, and boosts confidence. Activate your immune system today with Immune Active. Available at any leading pharmacy store near you and online at oaklifevitamins.com.
I feel alive, so alive when I'm with my best friends, indulging my tea exotic. Nothing makes my drink more than when the mixer is delightful tea exotic. And after a long day, I wanna relax with the taste of my tea exotic.
Indulge and get lost in the deeply satisfying taste of the Chi Exotic range of delicious fruit blends.
Chi Exotic Nectar. I love the taste. Now available in can.
Anytime you feel cold and caught out, take Procold. Procold now better melody. Take Procold for effective relief from cold and caught out. Everywhere you go, take Procold.
Make no Wakamisu Procold get paracetamol and phenylephrine for effective relief from cold and catarrh within 20 minutes. Now, Orange Drugs Limited distributor. If symptoms never stop after 3 days, make you waka go see your doctor. Procold, now better medicine.
Take Procold. Take Procold. Procold. Take Procold.
Thank you for being there. It's still the conversation on Splash 105.5 FM, your integrity station. And I tell you that today is the D-Day for us on Splash FM. Our annual lecture is taking place today, and it's a celebration of Splash FM and the birthday ceremony of our founding chairman, Chief Adebayo Akande, MFR. All right, so we'd like you to be at Trenchard Hall, if you may, this morning at 11 a.m. We're expecting you there as we celebrate. We're having a lecture to be delivered by Professor Adeshina of Department of History, as the head of department there. And we're in search of the Nigerian dream. So join us. Yes, I still have my guest in the studio this morning is Mr. Batunde Oladapo, the Executive Director at Plan, Health Advocacy and Development Foundation. There are two major issues that we want to discuss. We'll be discussing the communique of the Southern governors, some of the fallout of that communique, as well as the Electoral Act Amendment Bill before the National Assembly. There are all sorts of discussions about it that we'll also be taking a look at today. Mr. Badapo, thank you for being here once again. So, on the communique, the forum rejects the proposed 3% and support the 5% share of the oil revenue to the host community as recommended by the House of Representatives. You know, this speaks to the fact that there is no harmonization yet on this particular bill. I read this morning that the Senate had raised a committee that will also be meeting with the House of Representatives. Let's look at it. The South elites, particularly people who feel that they are affected by these, rejected this proposition of 3%. Even members of the Senate rejected this proposition. Do you think it's fair to ask the host community to have 3% while you do 30% of the proceed for frontier basins?
For exploration.
Exploration, yes.
Okay, let me first talk about the 3% and the 5% controversy. Even if it is 10%, is not too much. But the big question is what do they really do with these things?
That will be there to answer.
It shouldn't be theirs to answer. I will tell you why. Because we're all Nigerians and we're all affected by this. Late April, I was in Cross River, Rivers, and Akwa Ibom states, okay? And I know some of the things I saw, and I believe there is actually. I took a video. I love seafood a lot, so I went to a particular village, and that village is almost cut off from the rest of the country because there is a bridge that is progressively being eroded. You understand? And nobody's doing anything. And there's a big ditch there that even if you drop a 4-story building inside that place will swallow it. It's a big ecological disaster. And nobody's doing it. And we're not hearing the member of the House of Reps in that particular raising so much, raising dust. And with all the money with ecological fund, the 13% is not really reflecting. No, people should have money, especially since the money is coming from their areas and their environment is even devastated by the effects of the unwholesome practices in terms of the exploration and the operations of the oil companies. And therefore, those communities deserve better. There's one other thing they missed out as well that also affects southern states. Especially Oyo State, for example, we have the NNPC depot at Akpata here. And I remember that the people in the community have been making so much noise about the pollution, the gas pollution that comes from that place. When we have spillages and things like that, issues around not just the communities where they are taking the oil, the communities that are hosting the operations of the oil companies, the distribution and everything. You understand? Those local communities are also affected. These are some of the things that I expect that the southern governors should be harping on. You understand? And when it comes to the issue of the oil exploration, personally, I think we should be planning for the future, a future where fossil fuels are being sort of outlawed a
future beyond oil.
Beyond oil. You understand? That's what I'm thinking of. Then we should also look about gas utilization. These are the things we should be focusing on. And I also feel personally that spending money more on exploration of oil, whether in the Niger Benue Trough and all those. The Niger Benue Trough, for example, even extends to the south. Anyway, it extends to the south.
And then so you have Dahomey Basin as well.
Dahomey Basin as well. I personally feel that we should not be expending money on oil exploration. Personally, that's the way I feel. It's not just about percentage or whatever.
But let's talk about the percentage. 3-5. Which one would you go for?
Even if you say 10, I'll go for 10. I just said so. So I'm in consonance with them in this in this particular area.
The other side that you want to talk about.
Yeah. The which one?
You were thinking about something that I interrupted you. Maybe you get back to it.
Okay, I was talking about that's what I was talking
Now,
about.
let's come to open grazing. It was part of that decision. They gave a timeline of Wednesday, 1st
They don't need
September
to do that, my brother, and I will tell you why. They don't need to do that. The national livestock transformation plan already takes care of that, and they should know because they were part of the whole process. But open grazing is outlawed in the national livestock transformation plan. What they should have said that we want the government and all of us to work towards implementation. Look, we should not look. You see, the more we make this thing look like north south, it brings a dichotomy, and it gives this impression of us versus them. Do you understand? We have a national livestock transformation plan, which every state was also privy to its development, and other stakeholders in that particular sector. And that is what, you see, when you are doing activism or whatever you are saying, advocacy, you must be technical and scientific with the way you approach it.
But just yesterday,
you have a document that is your reference document that you just sit down on.
But just yesterday, the CNG, for the land governors, coalition of the land governors, Oluwaseun Suleiman, in a statement said there have been a gang up against the North, in particular, to force a regional shift of the presidency in 2023 by whatever means and tactics. He said, according to him, the insistence by the southern governors on the anti-grazing law aims to selectively imperil the business of cattle rearing and threaten the legitimate presence of pastoral communities.
And that's exactly what I was saying. They are making it look like North versus South, rather than say, can we use the document that we all developed together and see how we can implement it?
They were not.
So it's not about
states. They were still talking about implementation.
No, it is not. It is not.
Implementation.
No, it is not about. No, it's not ultimatum. The ultimatum is to pass anti-grazing laws, my brother. The ultimatum is to pass anti-grazing laws. It is unnecessary because it is something that is already have a document that we should try to implement, rather than saying we want to pass our own laws. Do you understand my point, my brother? You see, at times you can achieve something without having to even stir up a controversy. Okay? And we say we have a document. Okay, let's see how we can work together. We have the National Council of States meeting. We have the meetings that bring all the governors together. The National Economic Council meeting. And these are platforms where they can say, okay, let's begin to implement what we all agreed to do. And personally, I also feel that we should not be having open grazing. I feel that that practice should not be indiscriminate. I'm a farmer, and I wouldn't be happy if somebody drives his livestock onto my farm. And interestingly, it's not just about cattle. I have a farm in the local government where people in the village, the nearby village, they are the ones that gave the land to me. Their goats are devouring my farm. They are not Fulani. Okay? And I went inside that village, that little village. I saw over 50 fat, robust, radiant-looking goats there. And none of them of the goats was leashed. Okay? Do you understand my point? It was devastating for me because I lost a lot of money. You understand my point? When you lose your crop, you lose your money. Yeah. So it's not just about cattle. It's about being able to ensure that if you are keeping any form of livestock, you must make adequate provision for it without impeding on the business of another person.
Why is this livestock reform plan not working?
Are they implementing it?
Who's to implement
Everybody. The federal government and the state governments, all of them should work together towards, instead of this throwing this back and forth thing. No, look, there are institutions and committees that they can set up to see to this. You see, at times, instead of this us versus them kind of approach, can we decide to work together? We don't want a situation of North versus South, creating an impression of North versus South. And I also bring up the issue of the zoning.
We'll get to the zoning.
Yeah.
But you know, part of what is hampering that plan is the sensitivity of land ownership.
Yes.
Because that plan favors ranching.
The law
in
Nigeria
today
says that it is the state government that owns the land.
Yes.
That is a given.
And so when you give the land to people to ranch,
you can, you see, when when they brought the issue of the Ruga,
yes,
people started bringing figures, say so percentage, they want to have a local government in one something, the land of Sabisa is so they brought all these crazy calculations and things like that. And you know, one of our major problems in this country is the fact that there's a lot of lies and misconceptions flying around in the social media that does not allow people to look at things dispassionately. The basic problem with the issue of herders and farmers is the fact that what the herder wants is what the farmer wants: water and good soil. Good soil will bring good grass, okay? And there is desertification, and there's a gradual move of the desert is advancing southwards, and therefore whoever needs good foliage for grazing moves southwards. Therefore, why don't you designate specific areas where there can be grazing, and anyone that goes beyond that side must have committed an offense?
Are you in favor of what the president said about grazing routes and grazing areas?
But those things were in practice before. Let me explain to you.
Should we continue with that?
Yes, let me explain to you. Let me explain to you very clearly. I am a farmer, okay? And let us say, like we have the Kara in Akinyele, and you know that there are some businesses that revolve around that Kara.
Yes.
Okay? If for example, is a particular area in Oyo State, and don't forget, the cattle business is mostly owned by people in those particular areas. Majority of cattle owners in Yoruba land are Yoruba people. Take it or leave it. Now, assuming I want to.
We need to prove that.
No, it's the truth. Go and ask the average Fulani person. I'm a farmer and I meet them on the way. I joke with them. I say, come and give me cow. They will say, our guy is so go. If you want to buy, if I want to buy cow, it's a Yoruba man in one particular place that owns the cow. If you want to do one party now, and you go to Eruwa side or those areas where they rear the cows, go and ask if you want to buy. You will most likely find the Yoruba man as the owner of the cattle. It means that if I'm interested, it is one of the reasons why I would not want to put my money into cattle now with the way it's been done, is because my conscience will not allow me to put money into one business that will be destroying another person's business. If there is a structure in place where I know there is a place I can buy my cattle and they keep it there and they rear it there and I'll make my money without disrupting somebody's lives. You understand? I will do it.
Okay, now let's come to the issue of, because I would have said we'll go on with this issue of Ruga and livestock, but because of time, let's come to the communique again. Mm-hmm. They wanted us to have a rotational presidency.
Beautiful.
South and North.
Asiwaju Ahmed Bola Tinubu said, I'm not sure what I'm going to quote it exactly, that power is not served a la carte.
Yeah, I said that several times.
And let me tell you one other thing. Every time we have zoned in this country, there will be somebody from outside that place where we have agreed to zone it that will still be contesting. What it means?
He has a right.
Everybody has a right. That's the point. Which means that rather than them demanding, are they saying that all political parties in Nigeria will now decide to pick their candidates from the South? That's not too smart.
I guess at best, what they said will be advisory. At best.
But they were demanding. That is where they're wrong. These people were elected, these governors were elected on the constitution. They swore to defend the constitution of Nigeria. But it seemed like when they were going to that meeting, they forgot their constitutions and left them at home.
What did you say that?
There are so many things. The issue of asking federal security operatives to come and tell them before they do anything in their states.
What's wrong in that?
Beautiful. The Nigerian police is a federal security operative. Is that not so? If there's a security breach here and they want to come and effect an arrest here, they will have to call the governor. Sorry to say this. We know auxiliary is a close ally of the governor. Okay? Assuming they want to arrest auxiliary, they will call Governor Seyi Makinde first. In the case of...
Doesn't he have the constitutional...
He doesn't have any constitutional...
commitment?
No, he doesn't.
To show that this is a criminal and should be arrested.
He has the constitutional commitment.
Yes.
But when somebody is compromised... I'll give you another example. In the case of Ghana and Governor Otom, Governor Otom was crying like a baby on the issue of Ghana. Do you think, honestly, you and I, as you are looking at me, that Governor Otom would have kept the information to himself if he knew they were going to apprehend Ghana?
Why not?
Because it's compromised. Because it's close ally. Do you understand my point? And apart from all those things.
So you think that the federal
governors...
agency, why do you now call them the chief security officers of their state?
They are chief security officers of their state, just like local government chairmen are chief security officers of their local governments, and the president is the chief security officer of the nation.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, there are exclusive areas that are federal issues. There are some that are local.
If indeed that is a threat to his community, to the area of his jurisdiction, why don't you think he should be aware of what is happening there?
Okay, if for example, there is someone that wants to smuggle into Ogun State, into Nigeria through the the Dioko border, they need to inform Governor Dapo Abiodun. Is that what they are saying? They are security agencies. Don't forget, it's not just DSS. DSS, the police, the National Intelligence Agency, the NDLEA, the customs, the immigration. There are several.
So in essence, you are saying that it doesn't.
It is not their duty. The governor is already the chief security officer and the head of the security committee in his state.
And remember the police service
Beautiful. What are the dictates of the law that establishes the police service commission, and what is the role of the governor there? Does it include supervision of the security agencies in each respective state? The answer is no.
Let's quickly look at the last issue, and before you leave, electronic transmission of results and electronic voting.
Okay,
these are contentious issues in the law that is being passed by the National Assembly. Why are we not satisfied? Why are we not interested in electronic transmission?
On the issue of electronic voting
and
first, somebody can hush puppy the website of INEC.
What do you mean by that?
And you will remember that one of the things, the nebulous issues that the Atiku campaign, whatever, in their petition, election petition, was this
issue of the server
that didn't exist. Do you understand?
How could you say it didn't exist?
And let me explain. There was no server for transmission of results. Okay? INEC has a server for organization, and you see they have a website and all those things. Definitely, they have a server.
So couldn't they have used that same server to transmit results?
But the point I'm making
if they had a server,
the transmission of results is a subject of interest for politicians who may want to manipulate results. Even the physical one that we are doing.
I know that you are a politician as well.
Yeah.
Why did you say that?
Because some people are unscrupulous, they are thieves. I contested an election, and I did not win the election. Even at the point in time, I decided not to challenge it in the court for some reasons, because I said at best, if my prayer is answered by the court, they will order a re-election. And I wasn't really interested in that anymore. Okay? But I am telling you, when we saw some of the documents that we saw, the results, I felt very ashamed for some of our young people because they couldn't even do simple arithmetic. Okay? So some of these things are fraught with errors. Okay? So what I'm saying in essence is that even the one that is physical, that we can do physical verification and recounting, like they use several times in the US. Even the US does not do electronic voting. You can do mail-in ballots. But let us see those documents and say this is what I voted.
Nigeria is not even doing mail-in ballots.
And then, but we can do mail-in ballot. That's beautiful.
But we're not.
No, we can. We can. I mean, I will be in support of an innovation like that than electronic voting.
Don't you think we should be using IT in our election?
We should be using it. We are already using IT.
Shouldn't we be advancing?
We are using IT in our election. Are we not, my dear brother? In accreditation of voters, are we not using IT?
Yes. So shouldn't
we are not using? We are advancing.
So from that, shouldn't we move from that?
You won't say, but when you say something is impracticable because you just want to move on. Okay, just like the INEC has moved on to the aspect of electronic voting. I'm telling people should just go online and electronic registration. Beautiful. Are we not moving on? But there are things you might, in the attempt to just move on, you might end up moving into a ditch, and you have yourself to blame.
Well,
and you know that it is very difficult to even prosecute election cases where we are doing electronic voting. How do you verify?
Shouldn't there be an electronic trail?
Oh, and some people must have entered the server. Like people will do as tight as Social Security is in the US.
Are we afraid?
No, we're not afraid. It's not about being afraid. It's not about being afraid. It's about being sensible. Okay. Even as tight as the Social Security system is in the US, people hack into it.
The criminals eventually.
After they must have committed the crime.
Got the criminal.
And are you sure it's every criminal they will get?
What it means is that since they got the criminal, they will know how they did it and improve on the security of it.
My dear brother,
we have to start somewhere.
Are you telling me that we should let people mess up our elections and we start looking for the criminals after?
Isn't the election messed up already?
It's not messed up, my brother. Please don't say that. It is service to the work of the people that are working day and night, tooth and nail, to ensure.
It was a question I asked.
No, it's not fair. It's not fair.
It was a question.
It's not messed up.
Okay, good. You answered it. It was a question.
It's not messed up.
Okay, so thank you very much for coming. I'd like to pick one or two words from people here. The northern governors feared the unity of the southern governors will break their hegemony and lock down the draconian domination of the Nigerian polity. Nobody needs that. Olutunji Timothy. Thank you, Oyelami Musa. Thank you, Honorable Lugbesan Idris Aremo. Abu Kasimu. Thank you very much. And everyone who had contributed to this discussion today. I'd like to thank you, Mr. Obatunde Oladako, for being here.
Thank you. Lest I forget, I want to congratulate